What's going on, guys? So today we are playing with these guys. These are earbuds, and basically for the stuff we're doing, the drone flying, all that stuff, FPV. If you're watching this, you would know that we use these to listen to an onboard mic on our quad. I used to use this quite a bit because I liked actually hearing what was going on if I went behind something or I couldn't like physically like hear the quad anymore or there's a lot of noise around me. It was a good distraction to always be hearing the motor spinning. I knew everything was good, and I just kind of stopped using it. I kind of got over it, I guess. And I was using other components that didn't have a mic, and I didn't feel like wiring a mic to it, and I couldn't really find a good mic at the time. Also, like an external mic, like was on the PNP, but I couldn't fit the PNP always in the drone wolf frame because it was wider than the actual frame. It's a tiny frame. So yeah, I kind of got over it, and then I ended up giving my earbuds to Steele. A lot of people saw the earbud that I used. It was a mono earbud that he was using, and started asking me where I got it from. The one that you see him using, I actually got from a guy in Germany. I'm going to see if I can find his info, but he made it for me, and I'll put his info below. But I also have another one that I still use because when I do long range flights, I still like to use it because when it goes out and it's gone, usually you get like almost like a delay in sound, and I don't like that delay in sound. I like hearing the motors exactly what they're doing when it's far away. So yeah, I still use it for that, but just not as much as I did where I cared about using the other one. So I'm gonna show you guys how I make this one, and then yeah, maybe I'll do a little giveaway with the one that I make after we're all done with this. So yeah, let's get started. I'm gonna do this as like an overhead, so I'm just gonna do this in steps. So basically, it's gonna just probably be like a step one, step two type of thing, and hopefully this guide will help you guys make your own. So let's do this. Okay, so if you have your connector and it looks something like this and it has the three white rings on it, most likely this is like an Apple connector, and you could use it on your Apple phones to control the mic and everything that it has going on. The top portion here is going to be your left audio. Below the white ring is your right audio, and then you have ground, and usually this is the mic here. I have seen it where it's been switched before, mic and ground, but that's how everything kind of connects to this plug here. But we're not going to really mess with that. I just wanted to explain that portion so you guys know. So let's get into the steps. Alright, so step number one, we're going to look for the left earbud. I'm going to be using the left channel here, and I'm basically going to cut open a side here, and then I am going to cut open a portion here, and we'll see what is inside. So let's just snip more than we need to know because I never used these before, and I don't really know what's inside these. So this was my left. Won't be needing that. Alright, so in this step here, basically what we're going to be doing is removing some of the red shielding from this little earbud here, and I should probably see, I'm thinking two wires. In here we're going to have the left audio channel and a ground, and in here we should have a couple different wires that we'll be able to see also. So we'll just get like a razor blade here very carefully. I just roll it across, kind of scores it up a little bit. This is pretty good little like a silicone cover, so but just be careful because the wires and everything are very, very thin. So you can see kind of pulled everything away there, and we got a couple different little lines in here. This one here, we got to be very careful also. This one's probably the more sensitive one. This is the one that goes to the earbud, and we're going to do the same thing and just roll it across. Hopefully we scored that okay. Now, let's do it a little bit more. Alright, so we have both of them, and this one we have too. This cord here is basically, this white cord is like a almost like structure for the whole wiring and everything. And you'll have a ground wire here, which is always going to be like your copper looking wire. And we have this wire, which is like, I guess it's like a blue looking wire, and that's going to be your audio for the left side. So basically your ground wire here, let's see what we have. You'd have a ground wire here going to one to the left side and the right side. So we have a ground, and we have the two also right here, and it looks like there's a wire inside of that one, and that looks to be most likely for the microphone that was on this type of earbuds. So let's move some of this stuff around so it's a little bit cleaner so you guys could see, and we will go into the next step. All right, so in this step here, what we're gonna do is what I did was the extra one that I saw was the ground had a wire that was in the center. This is the one, like I was saying, goes to the microphone that's on these earbuds. And what I do is I just kind of untwist it, and it comes undone from like the ground shielding here. And what I'll do is I'll just combine the two grounds for the other wires here, and then I am going to trim this wire. Probably, I mean, this is where you kind of figure out the length you want it to be, and I usually cut this one pretty short to the earbud because I like the fat wire here. So when I do put it in like a sleeve like this or something like that, that it actually is just the fatter wire filling up more of the area and everything, and it's just a little bit nicer. So I am going to twist all the grounds together. We are going to solder it to the new ground on this side, and then we'll get to soldering the audio portion and shrink wrapping and things like that. Okay, so we have pretty much everything cut to length now, and what I'm going to be doing is I cut away the other wires that we didn't need in here. So we had like the right audio cable, and we also had the microphone cable. I just cut those away. There's the ground that's left from the mic cable. What I'm going to do is basically twist all these together, solder it all up. There is a little like a silicone covering that's over these little wires, but you know, once you put the soldering iron to it, it'll burn it away, so you could do that. But make sure you have your shrink wrap or whatever you're using over the wiring and stuff before you start soldering. I know most of you guys know that, but just a reminder, put that on there so we can make sure everything is protected right and cleaned up, and then we will go from there. So this is our two pieces, and we're just gonna match everything up and then shrink wrap it, and we should almost be done. Alright, so we're back with having everything soldered. I do have the two lines soldered now. Under all this black stuff basically is your ground wires, and then you have your shielded little audio cable here. I bring back this white stuff here. This is like the little structured holding, whatever it is. I just bring it back, and I use this type of tape. This is the tape that like sticks to each other. It's like an electrical tape that a lot of you guys, I don't really know the exact name for it, but it just adheres to itself. I don't like using the shrink tubing on this portion. I use shrink tubing here for the ground, and then I covered it with this, but I kind of just like to cover it so I could always undo it very easily in case there is an issue. These are very small and thin wires, and sometimes you know, it might have an issue with something, but I like to be able to undo it and get to everything still. So it kind of helps use this. When you have shrink wrap, it's kind of stuck to it. You cut it, you might run a chance of cutting this small little cable right here. So I'm going to wrap all this up here, and then we're going to just basically sleeve it through this portion here and shrink wrap the ends, and we should be good to go. Alright, so here is the finished product of your wire mesh earbuds. I just basically put the mesh over it, went with red and black because it matched the red and black on here, and just shrink wrapped onto these ends here over the wire mesh. I think it looks pretty good. So I'm going to be giving these away. If you guys are watching this, make sure that you subscribe to this video, and please leave me a comment on how much you would really want these earbuds, and I just want to make sure it goes to somebody that really is going to use earbuds. But hopefully this video helped you guys, and I mean, let's see if they work. You just grab your favorite goggles here, your Fat Sharks, most likely. You plug it in there. I don't know if this mic's going to pick up on the audio, but let's see. Can we hear that? Hopefully you guys could hear the snow coming out of there. That's just the snow from the goggles, the sound. So everything works. You're all good with that. But yeah, please, make sure that you like this video, comment, go ahead and share it if you guys want to share it on Facebook or whatever, and get everything out there to anybody that wants to know how to make these. I might make a couple and put them in my little store, and because I got probably a couple sets that I could probably make. But yeah, remember, leave your comment and everything, and I will pick a winner one of these days. Just keep watching my videos. I'll probably post a title that I'm picking a winner or something, and I'll be giving these away. So hopefully you guys like that, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.